everyone, it's Pastor Cal.
Good job.
Cheers! Thank you!
And Dr. Pepper. Let's talk about sex. You are from this moment engaged.
I think I'm tearing up.
This is Married at First Sight Relationship Rewind. Each week, Dr. Pepper and I watch a clip from the latest episode of Married at First Sight, and we're going to give you our honest, no BS reaction.
This will be the very first time we're watching this footage.
And tonight, we're going to be looking at a moment when Gina and Clint are at odds about moving in together.
Hank, is that your bed, buddy? What is he doing?
Is this where he normally lays?
He likes to lay up there and he looks down at the park.
Yeah.
So he's kind of cozying in.
Yeah.
So, how are you feeling?
She's
Good.
not.
No, she's a little standoffish.
She's sitting on the edge of the couch. She's not relaxing.
No.
Like this. That's a tenser move, you know?
I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what happens.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah?
I just don't know how I'm feeling about, like, the whole moving in right away.
Oh my gosh. Stop.
What? Yeah, let's stop that. What is
So-
that all about? We tell people over and over again how this process works. So whenever anyone says, well, I don't think we should move in together, it bothers me because you knew that this is what we're going to do. You knew this is how this goes.
This is the deal. Unless you think you're with an axe murderer
Exactly.
and he's not, then you're going to work on it.
You're going to work on it. Let's see what happens.
Right now, I'm just not seeing, like, the progression that I had hoped for.
Why is that?
Over the past week, like, there's been nothing romantic.
But have you done anything romantic?
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
And it's a week.
Yeah, it's a week.
She's still angry.
She is. She's not really expressing what she really feels.
But the whole, like, jumping in and moving together at the place that we're in right now, that's adding a level of, I think it would cause us to pull apart more than it would cause us to grow, because we're
Just
gonna
an
be, like,
excuse.
uncomfortable,
Yeah, I disagree with that.
walking on eggshells, like, trying to figure out day in and day out if we're, you know, compatible.
Well, stop it there. First of all, 1 week into the marriage, they have had so much dissonance and conflict that it would be odd if they were experiencing a lot of romantic,
weird. It'd
you
be
know,
very
it would be weird. And so the last thing she should judge is how much chemistry there could be if they're getting along well.
Exactly.
For these two, they have to learn how to talk together, reassure each other, say nice things about each other. That's part of what they have to learn. The attraction's another thing, but you and I both believe that if you can solve this part,
Oh,
the other
absolutely.
thing will come along.
And this whole thing about there's no chemistry and all this, you can create the chemistry. The whole idea that there's these chemical reactions floating around in the air and one day they'll fall on us and poof, there's chemistry. No, you create it by how you talk to each other, by spending time with each other, by doing things that are intimate. Let's keep going.
This is a marriage too, though.
Yeah.
So it's like
Thank you.
Yeah.
sometimes you got to be a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He's doing so much better here.
Oh my gosh, he is. This is like a 180.
Yeah.
The physical attraction thing isn't there.
Yeah.
But did we commit? Did we say we're going to get married to a stranger?
He's arguing
Yes.
for the marriage.
Did we say
Yeah.
that we were going to work through any challenges or difficulties? Yes.
Good.
I think that I'm really walking in, like, a place of uncertainty right now.
You married a
I know that
stranger.
we both signed up for this process and this marriage, and we gave vows, and so
Yes.
the last thing you want to do is start to admit that it's not working like you had hoped.
You know, maybe there is growth that can happen. So I want to stick it out and see what happens.
Okay, I give him credit
Yeah,
for that.
I think he's doing a
give
good
him
job here.
Great credit for that, because that's exactly what we want them to
Right.
do.
And I'm grateful that he's remembering what he promised to do and what it might take.
Yeah.
Go, Clint.
And for her to say, I'm walking into a place of uncertainty. You said, I want to marry a stranger. Is there anything more uncertain than that?
Very few things.
You know?
She's full of words. What she really is saying is, I had a bad experience thus far. I have no expectations it's going to be better, and therefore, I don't want to do it.
Exactly. That's what she's saying. They have to address what the real problems are. Because I think that right here, they're sort of skirting beyond the issues. And she needs to tell him, you know what, I'm still recovering from the conversations we had. Can we talk about how I feel? This is how I feel about it still.
Yeah, and they could get over this.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and they're good people
They
who have gotten
are.
a very bad start.
They are.
So I still see potential here.
I certainly hope she understands the value and the necessity of them moving in together. Well, that is all the time we have for this Relationship Rewind.
We'll see you next time.